Right. So if you're catching this live inside the group, welcome. If you're catching this on a replay, welcome as well. Okay, so I have some exciting things that have been happening in my world for the last little while, and I just wanted to share. So welcome to Karmic Conversations. So thank you so much to each and every single one of you that are either here live, joining the replay, or even just, catching this live in a group. And for those of you that are new to my world, my name is Jeanette O'Neill Burns. I have been directly in the energy healing world for the past 4 years. After experiencing not only incredible insights during my own meditation practice that evolved, but after a session with a healer that changed not only the trajectory of my future, but also my husband's. So many of you have had these moments, right? Like there were pivotal points, pivotal experiences that shaped your future. And if you can reflect back on that, you can probably pinpoint some of them, right? Probably some of you are nodding like, yep, I know these moments. So you've also experienced these moments that are deeply woven into these imprints of your soul, and your soul has these imprints, and we wonder what they are because we're now really getting to this place now where we truly see ourselves as spirit, as souls, as energy, as more than just these bodies, living through life. There's something deeper there, and there's a deep connection. And this deep connection, most of us can relate this to karma. So more now, more now than ever, there is, this awareness like never before, right? On planet Earth. This is so incredible to really conceptualize, but also integrate into your own life. But there's also ancient wisdom behind this as well, right? These are old spiritual practices that aren't new. So karma isn't new, right? Um, and here's the thing is that right now, this awareness that you're having, even, in this very moment, this information, it's going to help you shape your future. It's also going to help you heal past lifetimes and lifetimes that you didn't even realize existed. So, from my own experience, I've experienced my own karmic connections, and I've been putting them together for the last little while. And it's with this information that has helped me with my health, with my family, with those relationships that are really near and dear to my heart. It's evolving who I am in the world in terms of what I do for a living and how I serve. It's opening my mind even more to my beliefs and just even deepening my understanding so much that I continue to grow, and it just keeps on getting better and better every single day. So I want that for you. I want you to be able to come out of today seeing karma and how it plays into your life more than you knew before, right? That's what we're here for. So, how many of you think karma is simply what goes around comes around? Like, I think most of us have probably heard that saying, right? And and I mean, if that was the case, if that was all that karma was, right? If that's all it was, free will would not be involved, correct? Right? Right. Ah, I see you nodding. So there's something there. Yeah, you've already always heard it. So how many of you think, here's another way to think about karma, or if you think of this already, how many of you think that when bad things happen, karma's going to get you, or it's going to get that person back somehow? Right? Right? I see you laughing. Always hear that too, right? So I'm not saying that that's not true, but there's much more to it than that. So how does karma affect you? That's probably the question that you are desiring for me to answer, and that's probably why you're here, right? In fact, you are probably here even to release all of these bad things in the first place so that you can get what you want out of life. Let's be real. We all desire a life of fulfillment, a life of purpose, right? So here's the thing. Karma, it does affect all of us, right? So let's just start by agreeing there. Karma is a concept that's rooted in various spiritual and philosophical religious traditions, right? And here's the thing is that its impact on someone's life, it's been believed to be so profound, right? Destiny. This is when we talk about destiny. The understanding of karma, it varies across all the different cultures, but in general, it refers to the law of cause and effect. So here's the thing, the law and cause and effect, it suggests that our actions and our thoughts and our words have consequences. And that's going to shape our present and our future experiences, right? So I want to just give you a few different ways in which karma affects you. And here's the thing, before we're done here today, we're going to go through all of this and we're going to end with a beautiful meditation because again, going back to this whole let's release this to begin with, right? Is a really big one. And it's really taking that into your own hands. So I want to give you a few different ways that karma does in fact affect you. So here's the thing. We can all agree, probably, right, that there's a cycle of action and reaction, and karma is often seen as a cycle of action and reaction. So the energy, of course, that we put out into the world, it comes back to us. So that's like where that conversation or that statement came through, what goes around comes around, right? And then that energy that we put into the world, it influences our future experiences. So there's layers to karma. It's not just one layer, it's multiple layers. And with those multiple layers, we do have our destined karma, we have our present karma, we have the future karma as well. So there are many layers to understanding karma. And I think that's really what's so important today, to kind of just understand that it's more than just those little sayings that we hear, right? So now that what if we looked at karma also from the perspective that it isn't just good or bad? Because how many of you can probably say that karma has that negative connotation to it? You know, that again, that what goes around comes around, or, you know, what you give, you get out. And there's a fear underneath there, right? There's this underlying, like, ooh, I better be careful. Right? Right? Like, and I want to put this into perspective for you, just another perspective. What if karma wasn't good or bad? Right? Yeah. What if it wasn't good or bad? I want you to see that there is no good or bad in karma, and that karma is neither. It just is. So, for those of you who understand the law of attraction, you completely get this concept, right? So, here's the thing, there's the concept that some spiritual tradition propose this idea of karmic debts and lessons, right? Probably heard this. Again, we're going into that fear, we're going into that, you know, understanding it as a negative connotation. So now you're probably wondering, okay, how can you not see karma as a bad thing, or hear the words debts and lessons and not think, ah, crap? Right? So let's just dive a little bit deeper in that. All right. Let's just dive a little bit deeper. So, if we dive into integrating these concepts, you begin to lessen the feelings and open your mind more to the possibilities and the perspectives. And it's in this integration that you start changing your internal dialogue and you start seeing the physical changes in your world. So, this is what's happening in my world right now. And I'm telling you, I am like an observer now of my own TV show. That's really what understanding karma has done for me. Karma is thought to play a role really in shaping one's destiny or path, because we can all also agree that when we hear of karma, we think that it's this predetermined destiny, that we literally came here for A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it's this path that needs to unfold, right? But that's also not the case, right? I'm here to bust that myth too. The circumstances and opportunities that are presented in this lifetime, they are believed to be influenced by past actions and choices made in previous lives. So if you think about that, again, we're opening up that world into past lives. And so if you're not a full believer in past lives, that's okay, right? I'm not here to change your belief whatsoever. Just want you to be open to the possibilities of that, right? And so even if we eliminated this influence, like this karma, destiny, life path thing, if we could even remove the previous lives and just at least say that they're influenced by our past actions, right? So anything I even just did 2 seconds ago is a past action. So think of it from that way. Relationships, here's another way, that karma that we're talking about. Karma is considered to impact relationships, um, whether they're positive or negative, interactions, genuine connections with others. They are those connections that are going to pave a future timeline that is what we're all aiming for, right? So that's just this mindful connection, right? Now, here's an example of my life. I'm gonna get super vulnerable, super intimate here for a moment. I'll try not to cry. No, just kidding. I do cry at toilet paper commercials. But anyway, so here's the thing is that an example of my life is my relationship with my dad. Okay. So if I were to be the observer of my own television show, I'm going to say that um, growing up, I didn't have him. So I grew up with a single mom. I didn't have a father. I had abandonment issues. My relationships with males were not good. I just had something that just came to me that I didn't even think of before. So this is really cool. This is how the connections work, right? Real time, right here. So the connection that I'm just going to pave for you before your very own eyes is that me healing my relationship with my father and the relationship that I had with men, once I internalized that and started integrating my own awareness, I literally went from, and it was moments. I'm telling you, it was moments. I went from the most toxic, abusive, narcissistic, emotionally draining relationship of my entire existence in this lifetime and many others. And I manifested, I guess we'll call it that, right? My partner now. That was because I healed the relationship and understood these karmic connections, right? So, anyways, that was that real time. I'm like, oh my God, I totally did that. And I didn't even realize that, right? But so now let's just like weave the web even tighter, right? And more intricate because there's so many layers to this. And here's the thing is that, so my relationship with my father, right? I made a conscious choice as a teenager to give my father another chance. Forgiveness, right? Forgiveness. I gave him this opportunity, but I openly accepted the opportunity as well because I knew deep down that it was not only the right thing to do, but it's what my soul really craved, right? My even my inner child craved this relationship with my father, right? So I made this conscious choice. Fast forward, we don't get along for like my whole teenage years, let's be real. Hated the man. It drove me crazy. And it wasn't until I was 19 where I reinvented another new relationship with him, another timeline, if you will, another conscious choice of creating something with him. And we began a different friendship, a different relationship at that point. Drove across Canada together in like 52 hours. Like it was intense, right? Yeah. And there was something brewing there. There was energetic timelines that were being created to what it is that I'm living literally right now. And so what happened? Well, he got to heal parts of his karma by fulfilling the the destiny or what his soul came here to do, to have a beautiful relationship with his grandchildren, right? My choice did that. My choice paved that timeline, right? And then it was in that interacting that it all kind of fell into place. And he's a beautiful grandfather. Now, here's the other thing. From that point on, for the next decade, now we're into almost 2 decades, we have created a different relationship. And amidst that, because again, there's so many onion layers to this, for a whole decade of my life after I left my toxic narcissistic relationship, that I have 2 children with this man who I've definitely had past lives with. And it was through that awareness that I was able to bring healing to those timelines so that I can create not only a different future for myself, but for my children. This is also how ancestral karma works, right? And so with that, and man, oh man, it is a really, if you're navigating difficult relationships right now, if you're navigating just emotional roller coasters, to be able to actually sit back as the observer and say, hmm, I wonder how I can observe this and be the actual driver's seat, like get in the driver's seat and change, these things. Like it's a difficult thing to do. So anyway, if I'm fast forward, I actually now, because I lived that decade, feeling controlled, under like just under a finger, like just by my ex, those choices that I made, those were actions and choices that then paved a new timeline. And that new timeline that was paved, if I could go back, the things I would change, not no regrets, but it's awareness. And this is why I really am bringing this awareness to you guys now, so that you can understand your own karma, right? And maybe take from my life experiences that I'm sharing with you and just interplay how that works in your life. So my son, so I have 2 children with my ex, and my son 2 years ago, chose not to be with us anymore. That was heartbreaking. Navigating that as a mother, and for those of you that know me, like, I'm a really good mom. I'm a really I'm so nurturing. So this is something that, whew, to be able to observe that from an observer perspective and say, my soul really wanted to go through this. Holy smokes. But here's what happened. I was able to come closer to my understanding of my own karma and navigate the difficult times in the moment. And I was able to take myself out of that victim mindset. And I want that for you guys, because we will often go through life, navigating life, and have moments. We may not always have that mindset, but we may have times where the victim mindset just kind of creeps in a little bit, right? And so to be able to bring that awareness out and be the observer is so important. And so guess what's happening now? I'm now paving this, and this came to me during a meditation, where I had this very deep understanding and knowing that the path that I'm creating right now with my father and the relationship, he's literally moving in. He has moved into my home right now, and we are building a granny suite right now. I know deep down my soul and his has much more work to do. And I know what's happening in those conscious choices is that I am now paving a new timeline for my son and I to come back into harmony, into alignment, into a nurturing relationship. It's within those choices that I know paves a new pathway, because we just saw the interconnection, right? With me manifesting my husband. Right? So I know this works. So that's my own example of my own life, right? So you can't change the past, but you can have the awareness to uncover the patterns and create an outcome that you really truly desire in your life. And so overcoming these challenges and resolving karmic debts, it's thought tribute. it contributes to the evolution of your soul. So here's the question then. Why on earth do we even why do we study this? This question was brought to me. And so I want to answer this because why? Why study karma? Why even understand it? Understanding it and then navigating life with the concepts and actually being in the driver's seat, this is co-creation on a whole new level. Not the one from just the law of attraction and Abraham Hicks world. Like this is opening up more and more concepts, right? So you'll find yourself when you do study this and when you integrate it, that you're going to find yourself navigating relationships. You're going to be living a really, truly balanced life. You're going to be feeling alignment in the most difficult experiences. You're going to actively really explore and begin to heal timelines by resolving these karmic debts. And this is where the energy work and past life regression and conscious living are really paramount, right? So here's the next thing. You're really going to finally be able to step outside of the victim mindset in every situation. Every situation. Welcome. And when you can truly begin to understand life's challenges, you're going to be able to navigate situations like never before, right? Because the awareness changes on a whole new level. Your relationships begin to harmonize, right? Your the way you navigate challenges, it changes your reaction time. There was something that I shared probably, I want to say it was about a month ago, and that was that I navigated a really difficult situation because my mind, I had another situation in life come. And again, with children and these karmic lessons that I'm experiencing with my children, right? And that is that what happened really shook me, right? It shook me to the core, mental health wise and everything. My reaction time, like, minimized. So instead of spiraling into this deep whatever I would have spiraled into, I changed it, right? I changed it because of what I have cultivated in understanding this. So here's the thing. I would love to just bring you guys, if you guys have any questions, like what is happening in your life? When I gave you examples, can you see similarities? Can you see like potential um timelines or how you're supposed to fulfill this lifetime? You know, did I spark any thoughts or questions that you might have? And I'm happy for you guys to come off mute and ask away if you do have any questions. Because here's the thing, if you're thinking about this right now, I know that when you understand life's challenges, you're going to be able to begin to navigate situations, integrating this concept of karma, it's going to unleash a part of your life where taking this personal responsibility is going to pave a future like you can't even imagine, right? That's just what happens. Um, and karma is so much more than those concepts that we talked about, right? It's so much more than it's out to get you or spiritual growth. It's even more than that because really we're truly trying to navigate life. We're trying to harness and nurture really beautiful relationships and weave our way through maybe the unforeseen circumstances that we really didn't want to occur, but they did, you know? That's kind of where we're at with this. So, um, here's what's next. Here's what's next. So, on Tuesday, I'm going to be hosting my final free new moon ritual. And here's another karmic. I know, my final free one. I know, right? So, this is where the end of a cycle begins and a new one is uncovered, right? A new one is born. And I'll be releasing the karma codes, and it's a 7-day self-paced journey that's going to be released then. So it's going to be this time that releasing this journey for you, like I say, it's self-paced, but this time and never again, you will get the remaining month of December free in my private membership, the Goddess Gateway Guild. But you'll also get the month of January, where I'm going to actually integrate and teach and help you with personal integration when it comes to karma in your life and connecting those dots and putting those connections together. Then, after that, the karma codes is going to be self-paced only. So, if you're really wanting to dive into karma, this is the time to do it because it's never going to happen like this again, you know? So, if these are the breadcrumbs, if this is calling you, this would be the time. So that being said, I want to really, like I say, open it up. What is karma? Have I changed your thoughts at all on what karma is? Was there anything that may have just changed a little for you when we talked about karma? Did it open up your awareness at all? Did it change a perspective that you may not have seen before? And then again, have you been able to connect any dots in your own life, right? I see you thinking. I love it. So good. Yeah. Connecting the dots, right? Connecting the dots like never before, I'm telling you. Yeah. And it's funny too, because when you start even, and if you are interested in that past life stuff too, right? Awareness, forgiveness, and love. Yeah, it's interesting, right? But I look at some of you guys on here and know and can see, I guess, from a karmic perspective, like the partners that you have and the life that you've chosen and the ones that you've chosen to integrate with, right? You've chosen to incarnate with. Um, and it's incredible when you really start observing that from the outside perspective, right? And then really truly being like, okay, let me connect these dots. Let me heal what needs to be healed. And then let me really get in the driver's side and co-create with the people that are in my life, right? Like that's really, really, truly beautiful because when you start doing that, that's that co-creation that everyone talks about. But there's layers and layers to karma that are so much more than just pushing forward and moving forward and manifesting and co-creating life, right? There's so much more to it. Um, and part of it, is really um being so mindful, right, of the and conscious of what it is that we put out into the world. That's really, really it. So, if you don't have any questions, or if you have any questions in the comments, please ask away. But what I'd really love to do with you is that we've come to this place where we have this new understanding. So after this, there's something that was shaken up in you. There's something that was maybe opening you up to new possibilities. And even if that was it, that's really beautiful because this is where the beauty begins. And I want to come into closing with this, and I want to do a guided meditation with you because it's really in the profound relationship that you have with yourself. And if you're someone who thinks that you can't meditate, or that your thoughts always do things, or that there's nothing really special about you anyway, or whatever, I'm just here to completely like set, squash all of that, right? Because it's really in these moments of, even if they are guided meditations, they take your energy to a different frequency. And that frequency is now going to bring you to a new pathway, to a new possibility, to a new timeline. And that's really what this is about. I was sharing earlier today, when I was kind of, thinking about all of this and talking about these karmic conversations, right? And how we're connecting dots and everything. And one of the things that came to me, and I'm not sure if any of you have thought of this before, but even those past actions that have been, even though they're in the past, depending on what emotion was like connected to it, it could still be siphoning energy. And I say siphoning, that seems like harsh, but think of these like intricate webs, you know, and that your karma is all of these threads. And all of these threads have energy attached to them. They have relationships attached to them. They have experiences attached to them. They have emotions. They have all of those things. And if you still have a holding there, that also is siphoning your energy and implicating your yourself in how you actually navigate that present moment and then the future, right? And so this is where I encourage everybody to be their own healer, their own source, their own person that really paves the way, because nobody can do it for you, right? I can't. The other coach down there can't. The other healer can't. The past life regression can't. Only you can. And it's in these meditations that will take you into just a new frequency, a new vibration, a new energy that is going to cleanse and heal, bring new awarenesses, and and change these future timelines, because that's really ultimately what we want to do, right? So, all right. Who wants to do a meditation? Yay! Thank you. All right. Before we begin, any more questions? Any thoughts that are coming? Anything at all while I get this music ready? Feel free. I know. And sometimes we have all this information, and now you're like, oh, now I need to dissect all of this. I need to. All right. Right? Okay. Let me see here. Let me know if you guys can hear that all right. Yes. Okay, perfect. All right. Now just get comfy. If you have any earbuds or headphones, put them in. But this is the time to just give yourself a moment. Integrate what it is that may have sparked something inside of you. And just be. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath. And here I welcome you to releasing karmic energies and paving your path forward. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill up your lungs completely, and then exhale slowly, releasing any tension in your shoulders, from your body. And just let each breath be a conscious choice to enter this sacred space of healing. the rhythm of your breath, the natural ebb and flow. As it flows with the waves crashing, coming in and going out. Allow the thoughts to have no meaning, and just allow them to integrate into the natural ebb and flow of your breath. Inhale the essence of life. Pure source energy that radiates through you. And exhale any stagnant energy with each exhale. With each breath, visualize the golden light from the sun, the warmth you feel. And as you inhale, feel it permeate your body, cleansing and purifying each and every cell. Sense the roots extending from the base of your spine. Feel that exhale as it deeply reaches into Mother Earth. Feel the Earth's energy embracing you, holding you. And as you connect with the earth, release any heavy energies that no longer serve you. Inhale the light. And exhale the energies. As you imagine above you this beautiful radiant light, this source of divine energy, as you inhale, allow this light to cascade down, 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 deep within you, enveloping you, wrapping itself, warming the inside of you, this loving glow internally. This beautiful white channel that flows through you. Always steady, always strong. And as you inhale, visualize it penetrating your entire being. Not just your body, but your energy. The aura that surrounds you. Dissolving any karmic imprints with its pure source of love. Feel yourself relax into this energy. Feel it permeate your entire being. Feel the knowing that this is the beginning seed of who you really are. Inhale that light. Feel its cleansing exhale as it washes itself and weaves its way through the karmic imprints that are ready to be healed. As you breathe, I want you to repeat these affirmations in your head, maybe aloud. Feel the truth, honesty behind them, the intention. I release all karmic energies that no longer align with my highest good. Take a deep inhale as you integrate that. And release. I am free from the burdens of the past, creating space for new possibilities that are of my highest good. Take a deep breath in, integrating that white light through your inner channel, circulating around as you exhale. Feel that source energy dissolve these imprints. See the golden light creating the new possibilities. Every breath I take cleanses my soul, my spirit, paving the way for my highest good and transformation. Breathe that in. Wash it away. I am a beacon of light, attracting only energies that support my growth for my highest good. I forgive myself and others. Liberating my heart from any resentment that was previously carried. Take a deep breath in and bring your hands to your heart. Allow this golden light energy to permeate your heart center. Feel the light. Feel the warmth. And feel the love and gratitude you have that permeates your entire existence. As you place your hand over your heart and feel this gentle rhythm, feel the love radiating outward, magnetizing these new possibilities, relationships, experiences. And as you take a deep breath in, you release on your exhale these karmic energies. And you invite love, forgiveness, compassion to fill the spaces that were once occupied by that energy that no longer serves you. Feel it wash away. As you take another deep breath in, I want you to envision a path before you. You see this soft golden light, and each step you take resonates with these new found experiences and endless possibilities, the freedom and purpose that your soul came here to experience. Walk this path with your soul and visualize this tapestry in front of you. Lighting up in front of you with these intentions weaving into the fabric of your destiny and the free will that you have to co-create it. Take another deep breath in, and I want you to feel I am the architect of my life. I am the architect of my destiny. With each step forward, I consciously create a harmonious life filled with abundant experiences, harmonious relationships, and a deep, profound love within myself. Take another deep breath in and see and feel my path, your path, our paths. They are illuminated. They are bright. And say to yourself, I walk in alignment with the divine flow of the universe, co-creating a life with my soul. gently as thoughts may come in and out with each breath. Allow them to continue to ever flow. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back to the present moment. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, reconnecting with your physical body. And when you're ready, open your eyes with this renewed sense of clarity and purpose. And allow this release of karmic energies to integrate as you walk forward with grace and embrace the light that resides within you always. How is that? Good, 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 good. Get all of that going inside. There is so much healing work and karmic pathways that you create, even with the simplest of things like that. And it's those things that we take for granted. And it's really truly in that integrating and embodying these new awarenesses, and it's really in that resiliency that you get to actually see play out in your daily life, right? And it's within those challenges and how you handle them that you know the work is being done, right? Thank you, Stephanie. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining, Molly. I love seeing your face. If you guys
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Do you have any questions at all for me? Any thoughts? I'm not sure if you're catching it live as well. No. Listen, ladies, it's within all of this that all of this work, all of this awareness, all of these relationships, that I know for certain that if you are navigating any of these difficult waters, that I can absolutely help you when it comes to connecting these dots, finding this insight within your karmic experience, your karmic path, your karmic tapestry, right? Because that's really what it is. And I know that within all of that, there is really, truly navigating life in a whole different way. And I know that if I can, I know you can. And so if you feel like those those breadcrumbs are coming in front of you, like I always say, then please reach out to me. And like I say, I invite you all to the final free new moon ritual. But that is not where my journey ends. It is only where it began in this little timeline in life. And there is so much more to come, especially with the launch of the Karma Codes. And I'm telling you, it's in that space and in the space in January where the one and only time we will integrate that live. And I hope that if this is calling you, that you will reach out. But until then, take this meditation, take this replay. You guys are going to get it. And if anything comes up in the meantime, please, by all means, reach out to me personally, and I will help you. So I hope to see you guys all Tuesday for the new moon ritual. And until then, take this newfound awareness, take the energies that we've just cultivated in here, and really truly feel the release, but more importantly, integrate the process, integrate the new energies of a new pathway and the free will that resides in there to pave these new timelines. So, have a beautiful evening. Love you all so much, and I'm so grateful you joined.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
What time on Tuesday?
7:30 at night. So it's in the evening.
Okay.
7:30. I can't, yeah, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'll have the
Thank you
link
so
in
much.
an email with the replay.
Okay.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye.
Mwah.